Now you've got your graphic organizer folded. The next step is we're going to make our flaps. We want to have 8 flaps on each side, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. You already have a crease going horizontally across your little booklet. That is going to be our first line. It's marking each of these flaps in half. So we need to have 4 on top and 4 on the bottom. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to fold, but I'm going to pull that top half down, line it up with that middle crease, and I'm just going to push on this corner, push on this corner. That should give us some marks going halfway through the top section. You're going to want a ruler. These can be found on the supply table. Please be gentle with the rulers. Some of them say shatterproof. That does not mean they won't break. So what I'm going to do with my ruler is I'm going to line up those 2 little creases I just made. I'm going to take my pencil and I am lightly going to draw a line connecting those 2 creases. So now I have in my top half 2 even sections. So the next thing I'm going to do is the same thing to the other side. So I'm going to fold it over, line it up with that middle crease, push on the right side, push on the left side, open it up, take my ruler, line up each of those creases and connect them with a light pencil line. Please don't push very hard when you do this. We don't want these showing at the end. Okay, so now I have 4 equal sections on both flaps, but we want 8. So again, you're going to take the top flap, line it up with that top pencil line, push on the corners, make a little crease, connect those 2 creases using your ruler and pencil, light lines, 2 equal sections. I'm going to flip it over and do this side as well. Now, the middle ones are going to be a little bit trickier because we don't have that edge to fold up. If you want, you've got a couple options. You can fold back that top section, line it up, fold and crease this way, so that way you have got 2 little crease marks to connect, or you can measure. Each of my sections, these large sections that are left, is 2 inches and a quarter wide. So you can do that, or you can measure and divide by 2. So 2 inches divided by 2 is 1 inch, and that quarter would be 1/8 of an inch. So you can do it that way. You have to do it from both sides so you get a nice straight line. 1 1/8 inches. I'm going to do that for my other side as well since I already have my ruler out. So you can either fold or measure. I don't care. It's totally up to you. Oops, I should do this on the edge. And again, we are connecting these lines, which will become our flaps. Light lines so that they can be erased later. Oops. now what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors, again they're found on the supply table, and you're going to cut the pencil line on each of these flaps. Really take your time, we want them to be nice and neat. And you're not cutting the entire strip off because we want these flaps to be flaps, we want them to open. So you can do them individually like I just did. Cut, 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 flip it over into the other side. Or what you could do is open your paper up. You're going to put it sideways this time and look at that vertical crease that we first started with. You could fold this over and cut this way. That way you're cutting both flaps at once. I'm going to do that just to speed up this process a little bit. Make sure you have your paper folded the way you originally folded it when you do this. Don't